Well, good morning, this is John. Hope you guys are doing alright there. Today I'm going to show you some different resolutions from this camera. Still at 2.7K, 60 frames per second. I'm about 3 feet away from this camera. I think that the audio is very good. I'm impressed because I like to play music, so it will record very well, I would imagine. Now we're recording at 2.7K, 30 frames per second, which is my favorite speed actually. I like the resolution on this particular speed, 30 frames per second. Let's look around here and see what's happening. Now, as the pizza oven, I'm just moving the camera just to make sure that the EIS, electronic image stabilization, is doing well. More tomatoes there. Tomatoes over in the hot tub on the floating island. Doing well. This is cilantro and beets. They look like they're grown. Now we're at 1080 at 60 frames per second. We'll see how that works. It's all in EIS, electronic image stabilization. Here we go. Look at that. And this was all overgrown about 3 weeks ago, and I got to it with the rake and the cutters and we cleaned it all up. We're still getting some blackberries coming, but they'll be a bit more manageable. Narcissi, type of daffodil I believe, and of course comfrey. Comfrey, a medieval food. It grows like crazy around here, especially in the vegetable garden. As you see, some of them's trying to take over. I've got to get in there with the trowel and take them out. Now the resolution is 720 at 60 frames per second with electronic image stabilization. I'm loving that. If it works, cutting it all back, it allows me to get to where the fence joins the ground. You see some large gaps. Well, we don't want the coyotes coming in through there, so I'll have to put some branches there and seal it all off. Well, this is 720p at, 120 frames per second. So it's not as many frames per second as the other 720. It also has no electronic image stabilization, so this is a slow motion setting on this camera. Now we're back at 2.7K, 30 frames per second. As you can see, the roses are starting to come out here. And the greenhouse, I just put up a couple of days ago, put these plants out. They seem to have adapted quite well. In the evening I closed the greenhouse door. We've got these tomatoes, and over there we've got peppers. Everything seems to be holding in well. Okay. Now these plants are unusual. See how they're just sitting there? Very unusual looking, I think. This is called birthwort, and it grows profusely in this area. You know, I've already cut this area down once and I've got to keep doing it, otherwise these will all grow. Are they doing any harm? No, not really. You know, they're not toxic, they're not edible. I don't think they're edible, but they're unusual, that's for sure. I don't know what's going on here. There's some leaves trying to open on this. Look at that. Very unusual. And those guys there too. But anyhow, the quality of this video is very good. What's these down here? sunflowers. And nice to see here that the apple tree got some blooms. I trimmed it all back in the winter, in February actually, and the blooms are coming on. You know, follows blooms, apples. Excellent. This grape bush, these are about 20 years old. They've done good and always produce grapes. Here, there we go. There's some buds starting right there. Lovely to see. Okay, this next sequence on the lawnmower I'll do at 720 240 frames per second, and we'll slow it down, see how it looks. We can now attach this camera to the handlebar attachment on this push scooter and see how the stabilization works. Here we go. A lot of times you're getting a strange noise through these, the wind noise turned on. So here we go. See how this works. I mean, it's dark now. Now I'm just pushing it. It's still at 2.7K, 30 frames per second. It's still attached to the handlebar, so it's going to get little judders and bumps, and we'll see how it deals with it in review. Now what I'm going to do is take some video of the bicycle going down the hill a bit. So let's take a few photographs and see how they look, eh? I'm doing a microphone check because I was making quite a racket before. Well, that's the Home Depot there, just flying its flag, being proud to be an American. Well, this looks like the job. It's only a 2-prong, that's all we need, because it's double insulated, the fixture, so we'll use these guys. $2.68 I think they were.